Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Coach Rhodes, our man, Coach Bird.
What's up?
Welcome back to Unscripted Coaches, episode 11. Sorry we missed out last week. We had intentions of getting one in, even with the snow.
Snow day, baby. We didn't have school.
Yeah, so
Didn't have a podcast.
no school, but we tried to work it out. Just didn't come through with our schedules. We were busy. Coach, we didn't build a snowman until the last day before it melted. To be honest with you, how about you guys? Y'all played?
We played it, slid down the hill and stuff a little bit.
Yeah.
We didn't do no snow. I did snow angel. It's a big old angel, boy. That mother was gigantic.
Coach Bird.
I was like, man. It was big. It ain't got my daughter said, God.
Just fly.
Yeah. My God, that was a big snow angel.
Hey, that's good stuff, man. How about snow cream, Coach? You do some snow cream?
Yeah, we eat that.
Yeah.
Different type of recipe. My dad makes some, and my wife makes some.
Yeah.
I don't know. What you put in yours?
Well, this year we had chocolate snow cream.
That's the first time I've never heard nobody eat chocolate.
I never heard of it either. Jackson apparently had seen it on YouTube somewhere. Go figure. Yeah, so Jackson wanted chocolate snow cream. So this year our snow cream was chocolate
Put
flavored.
eggs in it. I put eggs in mine. Eat them all.
See, never heard of that. I don't think we put eggs in it. I don't really know because my wife makes it, but you know.
But you can learn a lot on this show right here. We talk about sports, talk about eating, talk about cooking.
Talk about a lot of cooking. I tell you what I did. I dominated the air fryer, man. You talk about cooking.
We got one.
I got that. Well, it's all right, but I had finally figured out the pork chops last few times. Man, I got it down to a science. But it was.
I never tried that.
Pork chops.
I never tried that.
Yeah.
I put some French fries in there. What's them things? Corn dogs. Hey, when I ate something last night, y'all like pork rinds, pork skins.
Yeah.
Got in it. I don't know where it was at, but you put it in the microwave and popped it like popcorn. It's the best pork rinds I've ever eaten. You put it in the microwave for 30 seconds and it popped in.
I ain't never heard of microwave pork skin.
Microwave pork skin. I'm
Right.
gonna bring you some out here.
Check it out. Man.
That was
Check it
kind of
out.
crazy.
Well, college football is officially over.
Yep.
So no more college football. Of course, the portal's going nuts.
Carousel. There's been more coaches. You know, Ohio State defense coordinator went to Penn State. Penn State defense coordinator went to Clemson. A lot of coaches moving around. A lot of money being thrown out there to these coaches and players.
What's nuts is my understanding is somewhere between like $300,000 and $700,000 was basically the difference in the defensive coordinator staying at Ohio State or taking the Penn State job.
Yeah.
Like I can't remember. It was either 2.3 or 2.7 that he was making. And other schools were obviously reaching out, and he just told Ohio State, "Hey, if you meet me, this is hearsay, but $3 million. I've heard a couple different places. $3 million, all right, and I'll stay." And they said, "No, no thank you." I don't even think they let him come to the celebration, the national championship
Penn
celebration.
State offered what, 3.1 million.
Yeah, and he said he'd stay for $3. So you turned down the defensive coordinator for somewhere between $300,000 and $700,000, but you got players gonna make $1 million next year.
Yeah. He just.
I mean, I don't get it, but anyways, I'll never understand it. We can talk about it every episode if we want to, but all that's going to keep going on.
You talking about stuff like that. You think college sports, just not football, because all you hear, because that portal really affects basketball and baseball. You just don't hear it so much. You think college athletes are me players now and the team is
100%. I mean, yes, it is me. It's a me-based, generation, I guess, of players right now. And I don't think we can fault the players. I mean, listen, I've been for a long time. I said, hey, if a coach gets an opportunity to take another job that's going to better his family situation or him personally, I mean, I don't know how you can really hold that against them, But, and so then when they started talking about allowing transfers, I was like, hey, that makes sense. But they just keep letting the rules get, just out of control. It's really not. And
I don't think you let the kids make decisions.
No.
Kids are making decisions. And that's just.
I mean, if I'm a kid and I can leave this school and I can go to that school and I can increase my income by hundreds, thousands, or millions of dollars. I mean, I can't fault the kid for doing it. But it's 100%. I mean, it's all about me.
And it really shows you in basketball. I think it affects basketball maybe a little more than does football, because one or two players coming in basketball. Look at UConn. They won the last two national championships. and I think they had 3 or 4 portal transfers in. A kid from East Carolina, and then like Larry Nager he just retired from Miami.
Yeah.
Had 8 coming back from a Final Four berth last year, and they leave. They leave. You got the whole team coming back, and they leave.
Well, hey, listen, and I will say this now. To me, it's trickling up.
Yeah.
It's trickling up. And I've never been heavily involved in AAU or anything like that. I remember when it first started popping on the scene.
Yeah.
And it sounds to me like just listening to kids that we've coached that have played some, it doesn't matter, baseball, basketball, AAU, there's even some AAU football now. These travel teams and stuff, hey, it sounds to me like if a kid don't like it in this travel ball team, well, they just go to the next one. And my memory when I was a kid growing up, if you played travel ball or you played on these teams, you were really good.
Yeah.
There wasn't many teams out there though. You know, you didn't have that option. You were either good enough to make the team or you weren't. You know, you were not good enough to make it. And now it seems like, hey, if they don't like it over here, they just move on. That's at the youth level.
Yeah.
And now it's rolling up. So
you talk about them private schools, like them private schools in North Carolina. I'm talking about high school sports much. I hear rumors through the grapevines they offer kids at these public schools $10,000 or $12,000 to come over there, and that's just how it's going to be from now. I mean, I've heard several places offer kids to come.
Yeah, and this, now the kid in North Carolina won. I think he won.
Yep.
I can't. That's it. Grimsley, maybe.
Yeah.
He won his case, and so now I think kids can again. I don't know. I don't keep up with it much, but I think kids in public schools can now accept an NIL deal.
So what you gonna start doing? The 8th grader that's 6'1", 6'2", and
yeah,
you gonna call them up and say, "Look, we'll give you $5,000 or $6,000 to come over here."
It's like they've said about the college level. They've always paid players. Yeah. Certain players at least have always been paid. They've always tampered. Kids talk to kids. But when you start changing rules, that makes it easier to do that. It's just going to magnify the problem. And that's what's going to happen. Kids have been, you get coaches that, it is what it is. You know it as well as I do. My kid's been at this high school for 2 or 3 years, and all of a sudden he's over there.
Yeah.
And then they go win a state championship or make deep runs. That's not by accident more times than not. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but you hear about it more. Like the basketball and the baseball, even softball, it's just, and we can talk about that all the time, like you said.
Yeah.
We beat that to death, but you know how we kind of feel about this stuff.
Gets us every time. We come into this thing, say, hey, we're not going to talk about it. That's how you know we're unscripted. If we say we ain't going to talk about it, look, we've already rambled for probably 5 minutes or so.
We do got one football game coming up.
The Super Bowl's coming up.
Super Bowl's coming.
I hadn't done a lot of digging into that, but hey, it was a rematch of last year, right? Rematch of last year. Obviously, a lot of controversy over the Chiefs.
Yeah, they always come up and get that little one penalty once in a while. People complain about it, but until somebody beats them, so you got what? Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Swifties. That's what I like.
Kansas City Swifties.
But until somebody beats them,
that's
what you got.
Well, listen, I think Jalen Hurts is a cool story. Alabama gets benched at halftime of the national championship game, comes back next year. Talk about a guy who could have easily, in that era, could have already jumped ship. He came back the next year, stuck it out, didn't start. Got brought in, I think, the SEC championship. They won that game, got them in the playoffs.
He's playing for a second Super Bowl. I have a chance to win a second.
Transferred to Oklahoma, and now he's in the league and doing well, And I love stories like that. I think that stuff's cool.
Barkley, he's
another.
When he tears his knee up, he's had several surgeries and stuff, and now which I don't understand why they try to get rid of him. But he's had a
really good
best years ever.
Yeah. I think it'll be cool. I'm looking forward to the game. Sunday night.
Yeah, I don't agree with people saying that Patrick Mahomes wins the Super Bowl. He's the greatest of all time. I know Tom Brady. What, he won 6, 7 Super Bowls? You can't. That's like people saying about Michael Jordan or LeBron. Until you can win 6 or 7.
Well, one of the things that I struggle with when you start talking about greatest of all time is sports evolve.
It's different.
And the different eras, I was listening. I'm all over Jason Williams right now.
Yeah.
And I just hear him talking about basketball.
News.
He's like, hey man, I think I can play in today's game, but I don't know that I get some, but it's just different style of play. And I think that's an interesting take. Same thing with like Mahomes. You know, it's a different game now.
And they're probably more skilled. They've got better training. But
stuff changes. But you know, even Peyton Manning, I just think it's hard to say, oh, he's the greatest or he's the greatest.
Yeah.
To me, those guys, you know, they're all elite. Patrick Mahomes, whether you like him or not, he's an elite quarterback.
Yeah.
You know,
you got a chance, and I like to see them. I like to see somebody win. That's 3 in a row that ain't never been done before. Man. So that's a little.
But yeah, I don't know. You can't tab him as the greatest of all time. I mean, you know what's crazy is we're talking about. We don't even know. You know, I don't know much about like Roger Staubach and people like that. I mean, I don't watch their games. I don't know if he's the greatest of all time or not. Same thing with basketball. I mean, I see highlights of like Bird and Magic and that group.
That's a different era. So
but it was different too.
They played more defense, it's more physical. Yeah. I mean, now they just you score 120 points a game in basketball, you ain't playing a lot of defense.
Well, we'll get on the Super Bowl a little bit more in detail. But Coach, I want to throw some questions at Coach Bird right here. Coach Bird is a movie. We've talked about it. He's a movie fanatic. Okay. So we're going to talk about football movies.
All right.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of
football movies. All right. I want you. There's a survey done. Okay.
All right.
They survey some people, and the top 10 football players, non-quarterback, from a movie or a television. Give me some names. Who do you think? It's got to be on the top 10 list.
What, like
players?
Players.
You ain't got to say if you remember the characters.
Oh, the name.
Yeah, the name of the players.
Well, what about Bobby Boucher?
Okay, he's literally number 1 on the list.
Bobby Boucher.
He's number 1 on the list.
Let me see who else I think out there. Now I like the movie Invincible with Marky Mark. I like him.
Okay.
He's probably not.
He's not on the list. You think about like just game changers.
Yeah. You just told me for. Give me one in here.
All right. Well, the movie was not actually a football movie. It was more like a historical movie. Okay. Had like this guy did all kinds of stuff, but he was a specialist. He was a returner. He was a kickoff returner. He liked to run a lot.
I can't give him.
Forrest Gump.
I really didn't think about
Bird
that.
gets me. So see, I've been looking. I've been trying to stump him. Okay?
I didn't even think about
Forrest Gump.
I didn't think about him, man.
All right. While we're on specialist, all right. Let's see if you can think about a movie where a kicker was made a big kick. And listen, we've talked about some spreads and stuff. This guy, he had to make a decision: was he going to make this kick or not? But he made the kick. It's a movie. It's the Replacements.
Who play him?
What's the kicker's name? Remember?
Dude, to smoke the cigarette out of the counter in front of him.
Nigel Groove.
Yeah,
Nigel Groove.
You know what I was gonna say? You ever seen the Walt Disney movie that had that donkey Gus?
What?
And he kicked that field goal all the time. You remember that? You ever seen that?
Yeah.
But had that. I know Coach Park ain't, but they brought that donkey in there, and he kicked all the. I thought this was gonna throw that one, but yeah. Replacements, the dude always smoked the cigarettes.
The kicker off the Replacements. He came in at
number 5.
He was gambling dead.
You give me some hits and see if I can go with that.
We'll give you this one. This one's high school football. High school football. If you want to win, you got to put who in, Coach?
Boobie Miles.
Boobie Miles, number 2.
Yeah.
Boobie Miles. Coach needs hints. That's all right. We'll give it to you.
Yeah, I'm getting old.
At least his age yesterday on the video title. I know we were doing that.
53.
All right. Hey, there's 2 players on this list from the same movie. They were on the same team. Another high school football movie. Great movie. Motivation.
Oh, man. 2 players.
Yep. Remember the
Denzel what? But is it Sunshine?
No, it won't Sunshine. They both.
Oh, it's the defensive line. The boy that got in the car wreck.
Yep, the linebacker Gary Bertier.
He's
number 10 on the list.
And the big defensive end, the other big boy.
Julius. I started to say Julius Peppers, but Julius who? Julius Campbell.
Yeah.
Julius Campbell. He's high on the list, Coach. They had him at number 3.
They kind of come together then.
Yeah, I'm going to give you number 4 because it's a TV show. Smash Williams, the Friday Night Lights, the TV version. Okay, we've already got Nigel Gruff at number 5. All right, number 6, another TV show guy, Tim Riggins. All right.
What movie was it?
That was a TV show. Friday Night Lights, the television show. His name was Tim Riggins. He was, I think, like the fullback. All right.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got number 7. Okay, number 7. Now, this movie was funny, and it's a remake. They had 2 versions of it.
Longest Yard.
Longest Yard.
It's got to be Longest Yard.
Who was the most electric athlete in Longest Yard? Didn't have no shoes.
Oh, that's Nelly.
Nelly. That's right, man. Earl Megan.
Nelly.
Earl
Nelly.
Megan. Hey, he's so fast.
Let the maggot go. That maggot can go.
Hey, he's so fast. He makes fast people look.
Yeah, not fast. Man, he's so fast. Yeah, a little bit. Look at that. Let it go.
All right, and then the last one, Coach. This was a kids movie, man.
Little Giants is all the kids movie I see.
Little Giants. Who was the best player on Little Giants? And it was this.
The girl?
The girl.
The girl. What they
Remember
call
her
it?
name?
Icebox.
Icebox. There he is.
Icebox.
We had to pull him through.
I was going to think he sit that little boy that put that Alka-Seltzer in his mouth. And iPhone and
No,
stuff.
that's a good movie though.
I got another. So, I tell you a good movie back in the day. It was called Wildcats. You know what I'm saying? Because with Goldie Hawn, she was the coach. She
was the
took
coach.
over a high school coach like in a real bad area.
I don't think I've ever
You
seen
seen that one?
No.
Let me see some more. I think about. Oh, I know you know this one. This is the last one we talked because the boy that went to Clemson.
Yeah.
Remember seeing that? He was
Yeah.
a little cop. He went to Clemson, he walked, and then he ended up going. You know what? You get him if you sack somebody in the end zone, you get a walk.
Safety.
You ever seen that movie?
I ain't never seen that movie.
Man, I'm gonna write some movies down for you.
Hey, look.
We got basketball coming up.
Basketball.
I think what we're gonna do some of the same stuff. We're gonna break down the ACC tournament, the SEC tournament. Got Carolina and
Carolina and Duke.
I'm not.
The numbers haven't been released yet. Give them a pick, Coach. Who you
It
want?
ain't decent. It ain't.
Duke. Duke is unreal.
I don't think they're
Duke.
great, man. I'm not
Duke's
kidding.
unreal.
But
Duke's unreal. They're good.
I don't think they're great, but
They're good.
Hubert better get winning some games
Win some
down
games.
there, or he's gonna find somewhere else now. But and you know the ACC, that's when I was growing up, man. That was the ball. Every time they went to the ACC. I looked the other day; they're the 5th best conference in the nation. Come on now.
Gotta step
You think
up.
it's cost all? You brought all these teams in there.
These other programs got money, man. Money to blow.
We're gonna break. Hey, we're gonna get when we get to the NCAA tournament. We're gonna break it down. We're gonna have a skit coming up. If you can pick the 5 things we do, we're gonna give some free shirts away. Because I don't think anybody's gonna do it. But Duke ain't on that great now. They're not that great.
Hey, Unscripted Coaches, episode 11. Appreciate you guys. Next time.
Take care.